Last year's first place winner, R.D. Howard Construction, is also a presenting sponsor of today's program. Please help welcome the owner of R.D. Howard Construction, Randle Howard. He's got a few words.
Well, welcome all of our guests, welcome all of our visitors. Congratulations, nominees and winners. But the greatest winner today is our community. This program is about Rotary's four-way test at its aspirational best. Dewey, I'm sure you remember legendary sportscaster Dale Hansen. Dale, before he retired, told a story about growing up in a small town in Iowa where there was only one black family. He said that his dad called all of the black folks that he saw on television by the N-word. The N-word, Willie Mays. But then the one black family, the Matthews family in his hometown, he thought was the salt of the earth. The difference there is the same message that this event is here. When we get to know each other, when we become friends with each other, we stop looking so much at the color of our skin, and we start looking at the person that's within. In 1977, I was class president at ODY High School, and we had 500 students. 48% of them were black, 48% of them were white. The person who got the second most vote for president was the vice president, and my vice president was Steve Sager, the only white guy that played on our basketball team. And a few months back, I ran into a challenging situation, and I got a lot of calls of encouragements from friends. And one of those calls was from Steve, saying, "Hang in there, man. We all know who you are." A couple of years before we graduated, the Vietnam War was over. And there were a lot of refugees that were moved and settled in Fort Worth. All the high school students of the refugees were bused to my high school. And I became friends with a guy named Ming. Ming asked me all the time, every day, about football. And he'd come to the games to watch us play, watch me play. Ming retired from Lockheed a few years ago, but unfortunately, about a year ago, Ming passed away. But over the years, Ming and his family would come to our Thanksgiving dinners at my house. And also, Ming would invite me to go with him to the Cowboys games because he had 4 season tickets. Now, I'm gonna tell you, as a high schooler, it was kind of stepping out of my comfort zone to become friends with somebody that could barely speak English, looked completely different, and didn't know anything about football. But as I was sitting in the lower section at the 40-yard line at AT&T Stadium, God rest his soul, I sure am glad I did. Another Rotarian that probably stepped out of his comfort zone a little bit is Chris Jordan. Chris, this is Chris's idea. Hats off to you, my brother. And hats off. And hats off to this Rotary chapter for embracing Chris's idea. The last year for me as a winner, it's been great. I lost Ming, but I've got a whole room full of new friends. Nathan, where are you? Ask my Vice President Mario. We show your video all the time. One of the first people that I met when I became a member of Rotary was Ikua. Ikua happens to be from Ghana. My kids and I are going to Ghana in a couple of months to study more about the history of slavery and to pass out about 20 wheelchairs to kids over there as a community service project. Ikua, several months back, connected me with one of her lifelong friends who happened to also be a Rotarian, and she's setting everything up. So, nominees, Keep doing what you're doing. This community needs you. But as you go forward and go up, don't forget to give back and lift up. Dale Hansen went on to end his commentary with a quote from Albert Einstein that is timeless and definitely for our time. And it reads, "The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch and do nothing." This program is about doing something, and that's why R.D. Howard Construction is so proud to be one of your sponsors. Thank you.